sometimes it's a crazy aspect to think about, but it's looking in at your inner circle. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are there people that are pulling you to a higher level? Have you surrounded yourself with people that are leaving you in a stagnant place because they're not excelling, they're not growing, they're not changing, they're not moving themselves in a way of growth towards an additional goal, and it's pulling you then down? All right, so for today, what I want to talk about is about stagnation, or when you feel stagnation, you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you're not accomplishing what you want to accomplish, you feel like you're not going where you want to go to, you feel like there's something going on that's maybe holding you back. And it's interesting because it happens to everyone. So please don't exclude me from this, or anyone that you've ever listened to before. Anyone out there has gone through periods of time where they feel like they're stagnant. And there's a number of things that line up that can create this stagnation. It could be just you being so immersed in what it is that you're doing every day. You're so driven, so focused that your head's down in the sand and you're missing out on other potential opportunities. The other thing could be just sometimes you need to change your environment a little bit. You can become very stagnant if you're doing the same thing, the same repetition over and over again. Now, consistency is huge. We all have to follow through with consistency, right? But what happens oftentimes is that we get ourselves into a position or into an issue with ourselves where we're sitting doing the same thing over and over and over again because we believe that it's consistency. But where the issue is with that is it's not consistency. What it is repetition that's leading to stagnation because we're not changing something. Change your environment. Sometimes get outside, walk around, change where your visual line of sight is. It may spark an idea in you. It may change what's going on. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about that is a major thing that goes on with people becoming stagnant in their progression or where they want to be or what they want to have success with, sometimes it's a crazy aspect to think about, but it's looking in at your inner circle. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are there people that are pulling you to a higher level? Have you surrounded yourself with people that are leaving you in a stagnant place because they're not excelling, they're not growing, they're not changing, they're not moving themselves in a way of growth towards an additional goal, and it's pulling you then down because you're then conforming to this group that's around you? Is that part of the problem? Think about it. Look at the group around you, look at the people around you. Are they making you excel? Are they pulling you to a higher level? Are they helping you grow on inner side and outer side and every which way? Think about that. Think about the people that are around you. Think about the environment that you're in. Think about if you're being over consistent in what it is in your behavior, and then maybe you need a little bit of a change, a little bit of a shift so that you start to learn something new. And if you do these things, what ends up happening is you start to feel alive. You start to feel some energy in analyzing this and then changing some of this, and that you start to see the progression of where you want to lead to, what you want to do, and what you want to accomplish. And that's my little tip for you today that I wanted to share with you, is that even myself coming outside here and just being outside in this environment, it starts to energize you in a different way. And that's what we all need, is sometimes when we start feeling a little bit slow or a little bit stagnant in what we are doing as far as our growth progression is concerned, we need to sometimes then pull back a little bit and say, hey, if I make a little tweak, a little change, maybe it's something in my inner circle, maybe it's just walking around a little bit every day, it'll change my dynamic, it'll change my overall aura, it'll change everything about me into progressing into the direction I want to move to. So I hope this was helpful for you. You know, I love sharing this information with you. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It shows your support for me and what it is that I'm putting out there. Again, I appreciate it so much. I love all the comments and likes. If you have any questions that you want to reach out to me directly, my contact information is below, and I'll talk to you soon.